This one book makes over $13,000 in a single month. In this video, we're going to look at why, and I'm also going to show you how you can make it for yourself. So the reason we're looking at this book is it currently ranks number one for the Sudoku book. So if we come over to Amazon, we can see that it's ranking here, but those first four results are sponsored posts, and it's ranking here at the number one organic spot, and it is a bestseller. So if we click on the book, we can take a deeper look into why it's performing so well. So this was published back in 2021, which is really promising to see that a book can sell for multiple years. It's 116 pages. It's an 8.5 by 11 inch book, and it has 1,000 plus Sudoku puzzles. So one of the big sellers about this is it is jam-packed full of Sudoku puzzles. So 1,000 puzzles across 116 pages is a lot of puzzles. And if we click the read sample button, we can take a little look inside the book. So you've got a little introduction page and then a section on how to play Sudokus. You've then got a contents page because it has easy, medium, hard, experts and solutions in there. And then as we scroll down, we see what the Sudoku puzzles actually look like. So the first thing that I'm spotting is that there are 9 Sudoku puzzles on every single page. That is why there's 1,000 Sudoku puzzles in this book. The one thing that I'm thinking is they might be a little bit small if they're on a book that's around an A4 size, but that's how you get 1,000 puzzles in here. So scrolling through, the formatting is super basic. It's just 9 Sudoku puzzles, and it's going to be for those people who want tons of Sudoku puzzles and good value for money. They also have an extra bonus here, which is where you can scan a QR code and get a bonus 200 puzzles as well, which is a nice little added benefit. In terms of the description, there's not really that much in there. It's straight to the point. And yeah, the big seller on this one is the fact that it's got 1,000 Sudoku puzzles in there. So looking at the front cover, it's very, very clear the USP on this is over 1,000 Sudoku puzzles. It's a super generic cover, but it does the job really well. Because when you're on Amazon, you have to remember that most of the time you're going to be seeing a thumbnail of the book cover. So it doesn't necessarily have to be really beautiful. It just needs to do the job of selling the book. So that's what this one does really well. In the top third, you've got 1,000 plus Sudokus, and then you've got a mock-up of a Sudoku puzzle. It's really clear what type of book you're getting, but what I can see on this, that there is potential to create something that's a little bit more beautiful and a little bit more professional. So if you could do that, if you could replicate something like this and make a bit more of a professional looking cover, something a bit more interesting, then you could potentially try to compete against this book. So scrolling down, it's got a nice A+ content section, which is this from the publisher section here. It shows the book marked up, and it shows someone filling in the puzzles. You can see here they've also created more puzzle books, and that's always a good idea to link those in the A+ section. Scrolling down a little bit further, you can see it's number 734 in the bestseller ranks on Amazon.com. Now anything below 1,000 is making a ton of money, and this book is no exception. And if we take that bestseller rank and take it over to BookBolt, we can see an estimate of how many sales it's getting per month. We can enter the bestseller rank there of 734. On Amazon.com, we can see that it's getting an estimated 182 sales every single day. So that works out at over 5,400 sales per month. So that's obviously getting a ton of sales, and it's because it's ranking number one organically for a very, very popular search term. It wouldn't surprise me as well if it's ranking really well for a ton of different popular search terms. So if you wanted to create a book like this, you'd need to be prepared to invest a good amount of money in advertising. If we click this Add Royalty Calculator button, we can see how much money it's making as well. So for that, we need to enter the number of pages, which is 116, and then the book price, which is $7.95. And then on here, we can see that it's making an estimated royalty of $460 a day, or $13,802 a month. So that is a ton of money. If I was guessing, I'd say that this book probably spends hundreds, if not thousands, on ads a month. But with its current bestseller rank, it's making an estimated $13,800 a month, which is absolutely insane from a single book. So that shows the interest in these Sudoku puzzles on Amazon. Even though there are apps out there that you can download for free and do them on, some people just like to take them offline and, have a bit of a screen break, for example. So there's still a place for puzzle books and activity books like this on Amazon. If we go back to the book, one thing I like to do is go to the review section and see if there are any pieces of feedback that we could implement if we were to create a book like this to make it better. And so for that, I'm going to go to the most recent reviews and scroll down to see any kind of negative or mixed reviews. So this person here says, big book, small puzzles. So this person likes the book, but they are super small. And so you've got to think about who you're making this Sudoku puzzle book for. And it's made for adults. And my guess would be that maybe seniors as well. And so this book probably isn't suited to seniors if the puzzles are really small. So here we go. Daryl said, too small, 9 per page, must write in micro numbers. So that's where the kind of conundrum comes. If we wanted to compete with this book on numbers and make 1,000, you probably would need to keep it at 9 puzzles per page. But if you wanted to make a big bumper book, maybe you could go down to maybe 6 per page, have them a little bit bigger, but then maybe you'd only be able to have maybe 600 or 700 puzzles in a book. Because if you have too many puzzles, the page length's going to be bigger and bigger, and then you're going to be spending more and more on printing costs. So overall, it does have 4.5 stars out of 5. So it's generally been really well received, but you can see there one of the main drawbacks to this book is the fact that the puzzles are very small. And now I'm going to show you how you can create this book for yourself in minutes. All you need to do is go on over to BookBolt. If you don't have a membership, click the link in the description below to give it a try, but it's a very good piece of software for anyone publishing on Amazon KDP. So we come on over to the BookBolt Studio. I'm going to create a new project and I'm going to call it Sudoku Book for Adults. I'll just do 24 pages just to show you for the moment, but we're going to click Create Project on an 8.5 by 11 inch book, which is generally the largest standard size you can do on Amazon. That's around A4 sort of size. On BookBolt, all you need to do is click this puzzle icon and then look for the Sudokus, which is here, and then select the pages that you want the puzzles to be on. So I'm going to do 10 pages just to show you what they look like. Then, as we go through to the options, you can select the board size. So the general Sudokus are normally 9 by 9, but you can have easy ones at 4 by 4 or 6 by 6, and then you can have extra hard ones at 12 by 12 or even 16 by 16. You can set the difficulty. So like that book that we just looked at was doing, it went from easy to expert. So you could start at very easy, then do easy, then do normal, then do hard. But for this one, I'll just show you what easy looks like. And then you can also select how many cells are filled as well, which is a really nice option. I'm going to leave that as auto for now. Then when it comes to how many puzzles you'd like per page. So the book that we just looked at had 9 per page. So if we wanted to replicate that and try and make a book with over 1,000, we'd probably need to do 9 per page as well. But for this one, I'm going to try and do 6 per page and see what that looks like. You can set a gap between the puzzles. I'm going to keep that as small. You can align it on the page. You can set your font, your text size, all those kind of things. Then one thing you need to do with this type of book as well is set your solutions. So I'm going to select this after all puzzle pages, and then I'm also going to do 9 solutions per page as well. You can select your title, and I'm going to put here easy and then puzzle number. And so what you can do here is, say if you wanted to create 200 easy puzzles, you can start here with the number 1, and then you can do easy puzzle number. Then if you wanted to do medium, all you would do is change this to 201 so that it starts at 201, and then change this to medium. That means you don't have to take these puzzles into another piece of software and add text, because BookBolt will do all of that for you. So at the moment I'm going to do easy, and I'm going to start at number 1. And then I'm going to click continue to solution pages. So here you can see we've got our puzzles on the first 10 pages, and then we've got our solutions on the pages afterwards. So we click submit, and then BookBolt is going to take literally seconds to generate all of these Sudoku pages. So here we go. This is what 6 Sudoku puzzles looks like on a page. And for me, they're going to be a little bit bigger, and so there's going to be a better customer experience with this book. So if we scroll through, we can see we've got easy and then the number here, similar to what they've got. And because we did 6 per page and we did 10 pages, we've got 60 Sudoku puzzles right here. Scrolling down to the next page, we've got our solutions. And this is what the solutions look like on a page. So one thing you could do is maybe fit 12 on a page, because then it just nudges it up. So that's one thing that I'd probably do if I was making these for myself. But yeah, you've got all of the solution pages here as well. One thing to mention when you're going for numbers is the importance of page length. And so what I think that this book has done, seeing as it's got 116 pages, is they have probably included a QR code at the back of the book that you can scan for the solutions. That means that you don't need to include all of the solutions for all of those 1,000 puzzles, because that's going to take up a ton of pages. So they've probably just got a QR code that you scan to get the solutions. So yeah, so this book is performing incredibly well, and it probably makes a really nice stocking stuffer for Christmas. My thoughts are that maybe 9 puzzles per page is a little bit much, but that's how you hit that big 1,000 number. So if you're interested in making Sudoku books for yourself, make sure you try out BookBolt. It's incredibly easy to make these books in minutes. But then I would say to you, figure out what your differentiator is. Are you going to go for the big number? Or maybe you're going to design it up a bit more nicely. Maybe you're going to do 12 by 12 grids instead of 9 by 9s. Try and think of what you can do to stand out from the competition. So yeah, I hope this video is helpful and it shows you the power of publishing on Amazon KDP. I really like this Sudoku niche because the books are so easy to make. You probably just need to make a nice little introduction to the book and show how Sudoku puzzles work. But other than that, you can make these books in minutes. If you want to try out BookBolt for yourself, click the link in the description below. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.